And in one of those days, he had been, there were, injections, there were, lines in his arms. There were, every single vein that they could do. There was something or the other that was being done. He is in the on the bed, and Dr. Venugopal came. I remember Dr. Venugopal coming and standing on his right side, and I came to the left. I slowly touched Swami's hand, and he opened his eyes and looked at me. I told Swami, Dr. Venugopal Garu. Now, in that, uh, I'm sure he would have been in pain, right? But he looks at Venugopal, and there's a beautiful smile on his face. And Dr. Venugopal is, held Swami's other hand, and he said, Swami, even a badaga unda, Swami, even a chegalama. He told Swami, are you in any kind of pain? Can we do anything for you, Swami? So he was not responding. He was just listening. He did like this, as if he had not heard. So I went close to him and I told Swami, Adutunaru, Swami, kemana badaga unda, Swami, memana chegalama. Swami, do you have any kind of pain, any kind of discomfort? Can we do anything? And he lifted his hand a little bit in abhaya and said, Haiga unnanu bangaru. I am high is a word of happiness, of comfort, of absolute satisfaction, right? He's on the bed, on the hospital bed in the ICU after 15 days of all the challenges that the physical body was going through. The word that he uses to describe himself is Haiga unnanu. The lesson that he has always taught us, that I am not the body, I am much beyond the body, I am the indweller, right? And he always spoke to us from that level of the indweller. He did not talk to us as the form. He did not talk to us as that body. He would never use the word I. Have you ever listened to Swami's discourses? He has never used the word I in the discourses. I will do this, I have to. He always refers to that in third person. Swami will do this, Swami does that, or Sai does this. All his poems, there is no word I there. There is no I in his language at all. Go back, look at all the literature, look at all the Vahinis, look at all the Satyajit speaks. You will not find the word I did this. You'll only find that Swami did this, Swami will do this, Swami is here. Pray, don't, he never say pray to me, pray to Sai, pray to Swami. He will only use the word in third person. He was always the indweller. He was always that universal spirit, right? He has always been that universal spirit, and he continues to be that. And we are grateful to Swami for having given that lesson to us. And most importantly, dear brothers and sisters, most importantly, we are grateful to Swami for telling us, for teaching us that we are also like him, that we have that infinite potential within us, that we are like that beautiful ember of coal, that bright burning coal that gets covered by its own ash. So also the Atma within us is effulgent. It's always radiant with splendor, right? But it is the jealousy, the greed, the ego, the pettiness of our human mind that covers it with ash. And all that is needed is the sadhana of blowing it away, so that that ember starts burning bright again. So every single day, to reflect on what is making me small, what is limiting me, to reflect on that, he has taught us to do that, saying that you are not just an Atma, you are Divyatma Swarupa. You are the embodiments of the divine Atma. You are the embodiments of the divine love. Divyatma Swarupulara, Prematma Swarupulara. That is the greatest gift that Swami has given us. That are the two greatest titles that Bhagawan has given us. And it is also two of the greatest challenges that Bhagawan has given us. Are we truly living up to that name? Are we truly the Divyatma Swarupa? Are we truly the Prematma Swarupa that he calls us?